Meet Dot. Dot is 36. He just secured the promotion he's been chasing for a decade. He is now a senior vice president. His salary? $250,000 a year, plus bonuses, plus stock options, plus a title that makes people straighten their ties when he walks into the room. On paper, Dot is the apex predator of the middle class. In reality, Dot is a high-functioning casualty. He wakes up in a $4,000 a month condo that feels more like a storage unit for things he's too busy to use. He drinks a $9 latte because his time is too valuable to wait for a home brew. He drives a Lease, a precision-engineered German sedan that costs him $1,400 a month just to sit in gridlock. Dot looks at his bank account every Friday. The deposit is massive. It's a rush. It's a hit of pure, uncut validation. But by Monday, the number has withered. Where did it go? It bled out through 1,000 tiny cuts. The luxury gym membership he attends twice a month, the convenience fees on every meal, the designer suits that signal a status he hasn't actually secured. Dot isn't buying assets. He's buying the appearance of success to satisfy a social contract he never signed. He's trapped in a bespoke cage of his own making. He thinks he's wealthy because his cash flow is high. He's wrong. He's just a high-volume pipe. Money enters one end and sprays out the other, leaving him bone dry by the first of the month. He's one corporate restructuring away from a total blackout, one bad quarter away from losing the car, the condo, and the identity he spent his life building. Dot isn't winning. He's just running faster and faster on a treadmill that's lubricated with his own sweat and high-interest debt. Why does a man making $250,000 feel like he's living paycheck to paycheck? It's not a lack of intelligence, it's a systemic psychological failure. Let's talk about Parkinson's law. In the 1950s, Cyril Northcote Parkinson observed that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. In the world of finance, the law is even more predatory. Expenses rise to meet income. When you made $50,000, you lived in a studio and ate eggs. Now you make $200,000. Do you save the extra $150,000? No, you upgrade. You move to the right neighborhood. You buy the right watch. You didn't get hungrier. You just got more expensive to maintain. You have successfully engineered a life where you must earn a high income just to stay at zero. The hedonic treadmill. This is the psychological baseline of human misery. You buy a luxury car. The first week, the smell of the leather is intoxicating. You feel like a god. By week 4, it's just the car. The dopamine hit is gone. To get that feeling back, you don't need that car. You need the next one. We are biologically wired to adapt to our surroundings. If your surroundings are luxury, luxury becomes your normal. You aren't getting happier, you're just raising the cost of your boredom. The Diderot effect. Named after the French philosopher Denis Diderot, who was gifted a beautiful scarlet robe. Suddenly, his old desk looked shabby, so he replaced it. Then his chairs looked cheap. He replaced those too. Before he knew it, he was in debt, surrounded by luxury he didn't need. One high-status purchase creates a spiral of consumption. You buy the house. Now you need the furniture. Now you need the landscaper. Now you need the security system. You haven't bought a home. You've bought a liability franchise. The status tax. This is the most cynical part of the trap. High income often requires a professional environment. You are surrounded by other high earners who are also trapped. It becomes an arms race of signaling. If your boss drives a Porsche and your peers drive Teslas, driving a 10-year-old Toyota feels like a professional liability. You aren't buying the car for transport, you're buying it for alignment. You are paying a monthly tax to stay in the club. The liquidity illusion. Dot makes a mistake common to almost all high earners. He confuses cash flow with wealth. Wealth is what you keep. It is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. If you earn $20,000 a month and spend $19,500, your wealth is $500. If a teacher earns $4,000 and spends $3,000, that teacher is twice as wealthy as you are in terms of monthly accumulation. The bank loves the high earner. Why? Because you have capacity. They offer you the black card. They offer you the jumbo mortgage. They don't do this to help you. They do it because you are a perfect host for their interest-bearing parasites. You are the perfect borrower, high income, low financial literacy, and a desperate need to look successful. The system is perfect until it stops. For Dot, the stop was a Tuesday morning, a strategic realignment, 2 security guards, and a cardboard box. Just like that, the senior vice president was a guy in a parking lot with a heavy car payment and no paycheck. Dot sat in his German sedan. He realized he didn't own the car. The bank did. He didn't own the condo. The bank did. He didn't even own the clothes on his back. Those were still being paid off on a high-interest credit card. The silence was deafening. He had spent 5 years earning more money than 95% of the planet, and he had exactly 14 days of runway before his life started to dismantle. He was a pauper in a crown. But this isn't a tragedy. It's an education. Dot did something most people in the trap are too proud to do. He killed his ego. He sold the car. He moved into an apartment that didn't have a view but had a manageable rent. He stopped buying status and started buying systems. He realized that wealth isn't about the outcome, the car, the house, the vacation. It's about the system of retention. He built a burn rate system. He calculated exactly what it cost for him to exist. He realized he didn't need $20,000 a month to live. He needed $20,000 a month to perform. Without the audience, his needs were small. He treated his next job, a lower-tier management role, not as a lifestyle upgrade, but as a capital injection. He kept his expenses at the poverty level while his income climbed. He didn't get rich quick, he got free slowly. Dot didn't find success in the way the brochures promise. He found something more authoritative, option value. He realized that the greatest luxury in the world isn't a heated seat or a designer label. It's the ability to walk away. It's the power to say no to a toxic boss because you don't need the next direct deposit to keep the lights on. Dot stopped being a pipe and started being a reservoir. The high-income poverty trap is a choice. Every time you accept a raise and immediately find a way to spend it, you are signing a new contract with your own bench. You don't need more money. You need a better philosophy. You need to stop competing with people who are just as broke as you, but with better lighting. Wealth is the silence of a paid-off life. It is the invisible assets that don't make it onto Instagram. If this hit home, like the video. It helps the algorithm find others who are drowning in 6-figure salaries. Subscribe if you want more unvarnished truth about the systems that run your life. Comment below, what is the one luxury you realized was actually a liability? Let's talk about the cost of looking rich. Until next time, stop running, start building.